Joining us now is Democratic Congressman Rob Menendez of New Jersey. Congressman, good to have you here on the show. First, I guess I want to talk about this new blitz in Charlotte, North Carolina. Even just the name, Charlotte's Web. Yeah. What do you make of this stage of the actions coming from Christino and DHS, of Bovino and himself, the way that he has carried himself from Chicago now down south? Where are we in this deportation campaign?
It's just going to keep going farther and farther, right? This has been my point since day one. 2 weeks after the president was inaugurated, the first mass raid was in the city of Newark that LaMonica McIver and I represent.
Right.
And we always knew it was never just about the hardened criminals that he said on the campaign trail. Just look at ICE's own data, right? The majority of people being detained and arrested don't have criminal records. So now it's been in Newark, New Jersey, LA, Chicago, Portland. Now it's in Charlotte. The other important thing is they're taking CBP agents, right? So these are not ICE agents. These are people who are supposed to be at our border and moving them. This is happening across DHS. So I would argue that our country is not safer because of what they're doing. We're becoming less safe every single day.
So I would argue that our country is not safer because of what they're doing. We're becoming less safe every single day.
Well, there's only one way to find out.
The Trump administration's immigration crackdown is in full force in Chicago and the surrounding suburbs.
And just this afternoon, ICE made public the arrest of 37-year-old Aldo Salazar Bahema, who was convicted of murder in 2005 and recently released from Stateville Correctional Center. That arrest is part of Operation Midway Blitz.
It was infuriating to find out that he had her in his backyard in a trash can for 2 months and went on with his life as if nothing happened.
Tonight, an illegal immigrant accused of abusing a woman's corpse and hiding it on his property for nearly 2 months is behind bars in federal custody. ICE agents arrested Jose Luis Mendoza Gonzalez at a market in Chicago this weekend, 3 months after an Illinois judge set him free until his trial, in line with the state's no cash bail policy known as the Safety Act.
Yeah, so I would argue that our country is not safer because of what they're doing.
Border Patrol confirming approximately 4,600 apprehensions at the southern border for the month of July. That is roughly 1,500 fewer than June's previous record, and 0 people released back into the U.S. for the 3rd straight month.
Yeah. You go back home to mommy.
Get in there.
Let's go! That's how we do it.
Trying to remove these violent criminals off of American streets and communities. And News Nation was the only one there when they arrested a convicted child sex offender here. This was a man from Mexico here on a green card, and he was taken into custody in El Paso early Friday morning. Now, Jonathan Oliveira Vega, he's a convicted child sex offender who was found guilty of multiple crimes involving children under the age of 14, including sexual abuse, indecency with a child by contact, and aggravated sexual assault, all stemming from incidents between May and August of 2021.
That's Bidenomics.
From Atlanta to Philadelphia to Dallas. Here's just a few of the individuals who they recently arrested. These guys were all arrested yesterday. They all have convictions, and some of their convictions include sex crimes against children, forcible touching, possession and conspiracy to distribute meth, and then assault and battery of an officer.
We're becoming less safe every single day.
This is from the Department of Homeland Security. They now report more than 2 million undocumented immigrants have now left the U.S. since President Trump returned to the White House. And among those here, 3/4 self-deported. According to DHS officials, the Trump administration now on pace to deport nearly 600,000 people by the end of his first year in the second term. A recent study here from the United Nations now says that Trump's hard stance on immigration has led to a 97% drop in migrants from Central America heading north to the U.S.
Remember, every time you enter this country illegally, you violated a crime under Title 8 United States Code 1325. It's a crime. So if you're in the country illegally, you got a problem.